Okay, I'd like to introduce Maria Angelina, and she is going to Portugal, a fabulous place for a fabulous retreat. Take it away.
Nice to reconnect with you, Quiva, and it was so lovely to actually meet you in real life
Yeah.
on in February when we had that lovely concert in the
Yes,
Chapel of Ease.
yes,
And yes, it's been a very long, wet, windy winter,
yes,
dark as
yes.
well. And actually, I actually had a dose of laryngitis and all
Oh,
that, and I'd lost my voice, and
yeah.
I was just lying in bed thinking about the beautiful retreats I used to do in Portugal every year for many years until COVID came along and everything came to a stop. And
Mm,
I never really restarted because I had this beautiful venue that I went to again and again and again. But the owner died
mm,
during the COVID period.
mm.
Probably nothing to do with COVID because he
Yeah.
was in his late 90s.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
unfortunately, the place is up for sale. And if I had 3.5 million, Quiva, I would have bought it already, but
Wow.
I don't. And
All right. Okay.
so while I was lying in bed with my laryngitis, I came to think about Portugal again and came into my lap more or less this brand new venue,
Yes.
which is about an hour and a quarter south of Porto, where
Oh,
my previous retreats were always in the Algarve. So
oh,
it's a different area altogether, but it's also seems to be ticking all the boxes for me for this
very
time.
good. Very good. I love it. I love how you're saying Portugal because it seems like the sun, it seems like beautiful trees, the forest and all sorts of like nature and it sounds like heaven. It
And
really
that's the same because often when people think of Portugal, they think of the sunshine holiday on the marvelous long beaches.
yes.
And in fact, previous yoga holiday I led were
It froze again. Hmm.
high.
Oh,
I was mid-flow and I couldn't see you moving anymore, so
I
I
know.
assumed I had gone frozen.
Oh,
But
okay.
so basically, this place is slightly inland, so
Okay.
it's not in the busy area. It's in a
Very good.
quieter part of
Yeah.
Portugal. But there are direct flights from Dublin to Porto, and then will be collected to and from the airport and brought to this retreat place,
Mm.
which is actually set right in the heart of nature.
Wow.
So where we're going to be, it's away from all the tourists,
Yeah.
and there are waterfalls, there's forests, and just a lot of nature around, and also a wonderful host who loves cooking and who has promised that she will actually try to match the cooking
Very
to
good.
the workshops that I will be leading.
Oh, very good.
So
It's very
we're
nice.
going to do a journey through the chakras.
Yes.
And so there will be seven major workshop and then some additional one in between. But each workshop will be based on a chakra. So when we arrive, obviously it's the base chakra, landing there, grounding ourselves, rooting ourselves, exploring. And we move gradually to all the chakra. And she will also tune in with us with her cooking. So
Oh,
this on in its own is really fascinating for me.
yeah.
Yeah. And I won't be on my own because this time round I'm bringing with me a wonderful Irish singer-songwriter called Ciara Lowless.
Yes.
She is younger than me.
Yeah.
She brings youth and enthusiasm and charisma.
Very
And
good.
I suppose I bring experience
Yes.
and, maybe a little bit of wisdom.
A lot of wisdom, a lot, a lot, a lot.
So I think it's a match made in heaven between the two of us,
Yeah.
that we each bring something different. And so her gift in a way is her voice, her music. So she will be obviously singing with us, not necessarily for us, but with us. There will be singing workshops, there will be voice activation workshop, there will be some creative expression workshops led by her. And then my part will be the yoga, the mindfulness, the chakra balancing, all of those things.
Good.
And in between, so basically, when I do a residential for several days, I usually sandwich the day by having a morning session and
Yes.
then an evening session, and the afternoon is usually more free.
Wow.
This time in the afternoon, what we're going to do is we're going to explore nature around us.
Ooh, pros.
Oh,
Oh, it's
yeah.
okay. It's a back. That's
So there will be one day where we'll be going in an afternoon exploration through the forest to
yeah.
the cascade, the waterfall. Sorry, cascade is a French word. So as we move through the forest, we'll do a little bit of mindfulness and forest bathing,
Mm.
and waterfall, as you know, have a lot of powerful energy.
Wow.
Um, and then another day we will actually bring people to what's called a river beach. So it's
Wow.
different from the sandy beach. It's a beach, but that belongs to a river. And we'll probably do a bit of singing by the river. And
Sounds
there will be another day where we'll actually bring people to the actual sandy beach that people are familiar with when they think of Portugal and visit a little fishing village nearby, etc. So there's going to be enough activities for all the taste. And what I discovered as well is that venue has musical instrument there. There's a piano,
wow.
there's a drum box, there are several guitars. So Kira doesn't even need to transport an instrument, me
Oh,
neither.
very good. Wow, that's amazing.
So it seems to be the ideal venue for what we're about to do.
That sounds
Yeah.
magical. That sounds amazing. I mean, wow, if I wasn't going away, I would definitely dive into that retreat because it sounds fantastic and it sounds like it's just pitch perfect. And
It's perfect as well for the solo traveler, as we call
yes,
it, because
yes,
like for example, if I want to go somewhere on my own, and many women and some men as well do,
yeah,
not necessarily it can be because you're single, but it could also be that you just want to leave the family behind and have a bit of me time.
yes,
And I find that this is the ideal formula because you're not going somewhere and then what do you do there?
yeah,
You actually have a framework. We have our meals together.
yeah,
We have the morning session, the evening session. And of course, if people don't want to go on the hike in the afternoon, they don't have to come with us. We are free spirits and we are all adults.
yeah.
Um, but even if they come in all the activities, we've left enough space in the timetable that they can still have a bit of time on their own. There is a swimming pool, there is a jacuzzi, there are some
Wow.
hammock. And as I
Wow.
said, it's in the countryside, so in their free time, people can relax or go for their own little walk. There's plenty to do. And of course, if people want to prolong their stay, that's also a possibility, to stay a few more days either in that place itself
Mhm.
or in other places in the surrounding areas. I mean, Portugal is a place that I really love because it's on the same.
Oh, just a bit of technical problems here. We'll be back in a minute. Okay.
There's something going on every time we try to have a chat
I
quiver.
know. I
It's
know.
like my internet goes a bit funny.
It's
Um, so I think there's that thing about electromagnetic fields in me that don't always
yes. Oh my God. Oh dear.
so
It's
yes, so I think it's a program that's varied enough and that can actually tick a lot of boxes. And you know what? I was so pleased with what I saw about the venue that I've decided to treat myself to go
yes,
on a retreat myself there, not,
yes.
as a participant on a different retreat. So it seems to me that I found my new venue, and I'm
Wow. Yes.
delighted with that.
It sounds
And I just hope now, to be honest, before we even started advertising, we straight away got a few bookings. So I know that the place will, that, first of all, it's definitely going ahead.
Yeah,
And secondly, it will fill up because I've chosen that place because it's not a massive venue.
yeah,
I didn't want one of those big commercial venue where you have 20 or 30 people or whatever. This is going to be a small, intimate group. We're
mm.
thinking 10 people,
That's very
you
good.
know,
Very, very
and
good.
so that means that people get a lot of personal attention
Yes,
from myself, from Kira, from our host,
yes,
and it's not overwhelming for people who might be a bit shy about going on a retreat because maybe some people have never been on a retreat,
exactly.
and we're gonna make it, very easygoing for people, and there will be plenty of opportunity as well for people to have special time with one of the teacher if they need to. I think there's also, from what I've seen, there's also probably the possibility if people wanted to have a massage or something, because I've seen they have a room with a plinth and all that. So
Yeah.
even though I do that myself as well, I'm not going to do it when I teach a
No.
retreat. I usually
Yeah.
don't, don't do too much.
True. Yeah.
But there may be a local therapist, I think there will be, that could come and give people a massage or reflexology or something like that.
Oh, good.
So I have a feeling that when the retreat is over, people will say it was too short.
Oh,
And it's always better to say that than the other way around, isn't it?
yeah. I mean, too short. I mean, wow. I mean, I mean, I wouldn't say it would be too short. Like I suppose I would say, that was the time, and
What I
there's a
mean
lot of
is
work.
people will be so happy, they
Yes,
won't want to go home, is what I was trying to say. They will say,
yes,
oh no,
yes,
do we already, is it finished already? We
yes,
wanted to
yes,
stay
yes,
longer.
yes.
And
And I think it's great retreat. This retreat is the business, and I think I would highly recommend it.
no, yes,
Yeah, I can. Yes, I can hear. I said I would highly recommend a retreat because it sounds like you've got everything, anyone would want on a retreat, and it's perfect. It's like it is really it's mind blowing. I think it's mind blowing that this retreat is so packed with nature and yoga and mindfulness and it's amazing, absolutely amazing, and it's a great deal. It's a very good
and
deal.
the thing is, like, honestly, from previous experience, because I've led many retreats, both in Ireland and in Portugal,
Mhm.
but I've been to Portugal different months of the year, and
Yes.
June, I can tell you, is the best month to go to
Yeah.
Portugal, especially for Irish people,
Yeah.
because it's beautifully sunny. It's the longest day of the year, as you know. Like in June, we have the summer solstice. Now we're going before the summer solstice. We're going the beginning of June, well,
Yeah.
second week of June,
Yes.
but it's where there's the most light, and Portugal there's such an abundance of light,
Yes.
but it's not too hot because I have taken Irish group in July and some people found it was a bit too hot for them. And
Okay.
I've taken groups in May, and May can be, it can be fantastic, but sometimes there can be the odd little rain, which
Yeah.
in June I've
Yes.
never had any rain,
Yeah.
and it's never been too hot. It seems to be just the right time, and then I've also taken groups in the autumn, and October can be nice as well, but of course the days in October are much shorter,
Yeah.
you know.
That's the days.
So
Yeah.
all in all, I think honestly, and that's what the owner of the place confirmed to me. She said June is definitely the best month to bring people on a retreat because it's just the
Yes.
best of all
Yes.
world.
Yes.
Um, August can be very hot and very busy because there can be local people taking all their holiday, where
Yeah.
June is usually, not too busy. Anyway, we'll be away from the crowds anyway. So
That's very good.
yeah,
It just sounds amazing. Like, I mean, it sounds just incredible, and an incredible offer and incredible activities, and it's and incredible teachers like you, Angeline, like you, and your friend as well. I It sounds just totally amazing. It is a great opportunity for anyone who
yeah.
wants to
And
go.
it is like the venue is not really it's not that expensive because I've looked at other venues, and apart from the fact that they wanted big numbers, it
Mhm.
was also going to be very expensive to start with, even before we even put activities.
Mhm.
Where this one quite frankly, once people have paid for the retreat
Mhm.
and their flight, because the flight is not included because it just get too complicated if you organize flight for people.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello, yeah, I can hear you again.
Once they pay for the flight and the venue, they actually everything else is included. You
Yeah,
know, all their meals, all
yeah,
their activities, all their transfers. And because we in the middle of nature, it's not like they're gonna be able to go and shop and all the rest. Like, you know, maybe the day that we go to the fishing village, they might be able to buy souvenirs or
yeah, of
something,
course.
or if they want a holistic treatment. But otherwise, um, it's actually very affordable because the retreat all inclusive um, is €770.
Yeah, that's
And then so that's for a room with 3 or 4 people. But for a room for 2 people would be €880. And that's all in, you
yeah,
know, full
okay.
board, all activities, transfer, you know, everything.
I think that's
So the only extra is people wanted to have a glass of wine with their dinner.
right. A glass of wine, of course. Oh my God. And oh dear. They could get
Well,
carried
I
away
found
with the
when I
wine.
led retreat in Portugal before, you know, it is a retreat, but it's also a holiday for people. So
Yeah,
I usually obviously don't encourage people to drink,
yeah,
but sometimes what was happening is once all the workshops of the day were finished, people sometimes had literally one glass of wine with their dinner.
yeah.
And that gave them the holiday feel, but it's not like getting drunk, it's just
No, of
having
course.
a
Yeah,
nice,
yeah, of
relaxing.
course.
Um, but anyway, over there, like all the soft like water, teas, coffee,
Yeah,
herbal teas will be included.
very good.
Um, and when we go somewhere or transport there and back will be included as well.
That's
So
amazing.
I actually can't wait, just like I'm really excited about it.
I'm excited too. I'm excited for you. It's because it is. I mean, it is like you love Portugal and you love nature and you love what you do. And when people see that, they'll go, "Wow, this is amazing! This is incredible!" Like, they get excited about it, and they should
Yeah.
because it's
And
it's
I always feel that it's the right people will be
yeah,
guided to come.
yeah, sure,
It's whoever is meant to be there.
yeah,
And I trust that. I trust
yeah.
that it will be exactly who is meant to be there.
Brilliant.
So um, I have put information on my website. My website is springintolife.ie. And there's a page, if you look at the top menu, there's a page called Retreats. And
Retreats.
if you click on that, you'll have all the information, including the itinerary, including pictures of the place, including a bit more information about Kira and myself.
Yeah.
We even did a mini video,
I s- Oh no. Oh, frozen again, but it's okay. It's okay now. It's okay. It just goes a bit. That's all. It just goes a little slight bit and then it stops.
yeah.
That's what it does. So it's
I
okay.
I think it's because I'm in my healing room. You can see the Orosoma behind
Yes,
me.
I love them.
Now,
Love them all.
I think there's such a strong energy in this room
Yeah.
that the internet, it just kind of goes a bit funny.
That's
But
okay. But it's
and
good.
talking about the Orosoma, it's always a dilemma when I do a retreat abroad because transporting the Orosoma is not so obvious. So obviously I'm not going to transport the big glass bottle, but I will
So
transport the little
the little
ones,
ones, yes.
those ones.
They're very nice.
Um,
They're
and
gorgeous.
at custom, and then I have this thing around my neck, which is a
Oh,
mini bottle, a mini Orosoma
lovely.
bottle.
That's gorgeous.
And when I go through custom, like it's
Yeah.
trying to explain to the customs
Oh
what
yes.
Orosoma is. And the last time the last time that I traveled, they were trying to ask me, and I was nervous because I had another flight to catch, and
Yeah.
then they started like asking me, and I was trying to explain like it's kind of there's essential oils and crystals and
Yeah.
energy, and they got all like worked up, and they brought the drug testing kit
Oh my
to
God.
test my orosoma in
Oh,
case this was a drug or something.
no
Oh
way.
my gosh. But it's definitely not. It's
Yes,
beautiful energy. And it kind of, as you know, with each chakra, there are sounds and there are
yes,
colors.
yes,
So
yes,
in our journey through the chakra, we'll work actively with that. We will work with the chakra sound and
yeah.
we'll work with the chakra color and we'll have the aurosoma to support that journey.
I,
So, for example, the base chakra would be red, and there's a sound for that. And the sound that people are most used to is the sound for the third eye, which is the Om,
yes.
you know. So we'll be working with that gradually each day and finishing on the last day with the crown chakra.
Very good.
Um,
That's very, very good.
so I think that by the time people go home, they'll have had a nice holiday, they'll have a bit of sun, they'll
Yes,
have plenty of nature, good food, but also something will have happened inside them as well, about really rebalancing all the energy and the
yes,
chakras. And also, I find in those retreats, people make friends.
yes, yes, yes,
When you spend quality time together with like-minded people, there's
yes,
been many friendship have been started or reinforced during these kind of holidays,
yes. And
Yeah.
it's amazing like how you can connect with people on holidays as well, like because you're all into the same healing as well, and you're just learning. You're like, I mean, these are people, like everyone just learns and evolves around people, other people, and and I think that's fantastic. Yeah, way of doing stuff. It's amazing.
Yes, it is amazing. We'll
So
have fun as well, I mean, I just love having a bit of a crack, as we say here in Ireland, and we're going
yeah,
to have plenty of that. That's the thing. It's not a boot camp. It's not
no,
serious
yeah,
business.
it's not. Yeah.
I find that healing happens better when it's gentle, when it's fun,
Yeah,
you know, a bit playful, because most of us are far too serious.
yeah,
When we were kids, we used to play a lot,
yeah.
where now we just became too serious. And
Oh,
I
definitely.
think that the combination of Kier and I, we're just gonna play. We're just
Yeah.
gonna laugh and have fun. We're not gonna
Yes.
be there like very serious.
Yes.
Um, it's telling me that this meeting is being recorded, but we know that, don't we?
Yes, it is. It is. And it just flashed up at me that it's time is going out, but it's okay. It's all right.
Well, we have said a lot about it. So if people want to know how to book, they
Yes.
can contact me. So they can contact me with my mobile number, 086-824-2033, or they can go onto my website, springintolife.ie, and go on the retreat page where they can browse it and look at the pictures, look at the description, and then maybe send me an email and get in touch in that way. And it's going to book up, so I
Yeah.
hope that people don't wait too long,
Yes.
because it would be so disappointing if they wait too long and then it's fully booked.
Exactly. Exactly. I get your tickets. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's do it. Give them, just book because it sounds fantastic and it's like a lifetime trip, a lifetime little retreat that will that you'll never forget. That's what it is. Never forget, and you'll make friends, and you're with like-minded people, and the sun, you'll have the woods, you'll have
The
mindfulness
water.
and
We'll have
water.
all the elements, actually.
Yes, all
Yes.
the elements.
We'll have all the elements.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. It's
And the music.
and music, of course,
Music is
as
such a
well.
beautiful and powerful medicine.
Yes.
I was just thinking, like, we'll engage all of our senses, in fact, the taste for the beautiful food, our eyes, the beautiful scenery,
Yes.
our ears, the music,
Yes.
our mouths to the singing and all of that. So all of our senses are going to be engaged. It's just going to be a wonderful feast for each one of us.
Yes, exactly. And I think it's incredible opportunity for anyone who wants to go. You should actually go and experience it for yourself. and that's just totally amazing. I think that, and I think this is an incredible opportunity, and I have to thank Maria Angelina for coming on and sharing her retreat because this means a lot to everybody, and it's great. It's a fantastic opportunity.
Well,
I'm
thank you so much for inviting me on your podcast because it's always great fun, Quiva. We have a good crack when we talk
yeah, we
together.
do, we
It's
do.
always great fun.
Yeah.
And next time, Quiva, let
Yeah.
me interview you because
Yes,
I would be delighted to find out more about all that you do
yes.
and about your famous trip that's preventing you from joining us this time.
I
So
know.
let's do that again, and next time the table will be turned.
Okay, very good. I'll do it. I'll do it. No problem. No problem at all. Oh, and I'll have to, the time is now coming up to close at the time.
Yeah, but we can put all the
Yeah.
details
Yeah.
below when we post the video. And anyway, springintolife.ie is where you can find me.
Well, thank you very much for joining me.
You're very welcome. Thank
And
you for your time and your energy and your beautiful smile.
and thank you for your patience and thank you for your retreat and everyone coming together as one. And it's really, really encouraging.
We'll come back on your show after the retreat to tell you all it all went.
Yes. Thank you very much.